So Vance doing work at the free throw line. And it's a 15-point game. Here all the way to the basket, and the shot put in by Bryce Meal.
Yeah,
now Meal has back-to-back buckets. He did not have a field goal before those back-to-back buckets. For all the talk we've done about Meal and what he's been able to do, he's been doing it outside of scoring.
Yeah, and that's incredible, you know, that he hadn't had one before, but now he's starting to go here, and they just got to get stops like this.
Zedeca into the front court, looking to pass it off, finds the right man, and Bartholomew finishes in transition. First points for Bartholomew, but what a feed by Ethan Zedeca, and that draws a timeout from Ellendale's. We've got a little momentum shift. Still a 13-point lead for the Cardinals, but they might be on their heels. They're still going, and now the Tornadoes fans do have a little something cooking. Maybe they trail by 13, but we've got most of this fourth quarter to go, and there is a different energy about the Tornadoes.
Yeah, there is, John, and they're starting to hit some baskets. They're starting to feel confident. It took 3 quarters, but they're starting to finally get in the groove offensively. The key, will they get enough stops? Can they get some turnovers? And most importantly, are they going to get enough rebounds? And you really have to put an all-out 5-man effort on the boards because it's so clear that Ellendale has this huge height advantage. But you start getting guys crash into the boards. You start picking up some rebounds. You get this home crowd involved in this game. It's a tight gym. Things echo. I mean, we've seen crazier things. Still 5.5 minutes to go, and this is where the shot clock kind of comes into play. Now that North Dakota has it, you know, Ellendale can't just sit here and sit on the ball. They got to go.
Let's also go back to way before the game when we talked about speed killing. Has this pace finally caught up with Ellendale maybe a little bit, and that could be part of the issue as this ball turned over by the Cardinals. Picked up by Ethan Zedeca. Hustles into the front court. Pulls up from the free throw line. Knocks it down. Cold-blooded Ethan Zedeca. 11-point game, but to finish the thought, Pat, the 2 bigs that are out there right now, Belmore and White, are soaked in sweat. Steal by Oakes, tipped, grabbed by Oakes again. A 4-on-none, and now a foul is called as Ethan Zedeca goes to the ground. He gets up with a bellow.
And this will be free throws. 1-and-1 now, I believe. This, I believe, is the 7th foul. It is. So now this will be free throws. So obviously 1-and-1s are huge here, but all of a sudden, Oakes has turned things up a little bit.
Our first quarter was tight. Our fourth quarter is tightening. 4:51 to go before this one is over. First free throw attempts for Ethan Zedeca tonight. 1 plus the bonus. He's 1 for 2 this season. Zedeca's first shot is no good. Tipped and nearly lost. Dathy being aggressive there to get the ball and make sure his team got a hold of it clean. Dathy on the dribble, works towards the left side. Pass in the lane, Belmore nearly lost it. Into White, poked away, picked up by Hitton, and he banks it home.
I'll tell you what, Kellamont Hitton has had kind of a tough game, but what a huge play. Right spot, right time, but left him open.
Here a back iron miss, but Zedeca collects his own rebound. Baseline drive to the hoop, the runner doesn't go. Offensive board, Belmore's putback won't fall. Oakes all over the offensive glass, and now Belmore called for, or rather, Bartholomew called for the foul. I said that the intensity had dropped a little bit in the third quarter. It is back with a vengeance here in the fourth.
Yeah, Oakes has to be a little frustrated here. Now, of course, you got to remember they're losing the height advantage big down there, but they've had a couple good looks. They had the 1-and-1 missed, a good look down low. I mean, that's 4 points they've left on the board.
Ellendale able to knock in the first of 2 tries. It's Brennan Vance at the line. Now 3 of 5 in this game at the stripe. It's where 3 of his 5 points have come from. Second attempt, front rim miss. Rebound, hauled in there by Wyatt Beefy. Oakes playing hyper speed, and Bryce Meal with 6 points in the fourth quarter now. Makes it a 12-point game. More stops are needed. Belmore looking to hand it off, and it's taken away. Bartholomew.
That's exactly where you want the Ellendale bigs handling the basketball. 40 feet from the hoop.
Gets it into the corner. Pull up on the 3. Shot is no good. Rebound tip to Adam White. Ellendale continues to want to slow things down now. They went at the pace Oakes wanted in the first quarter, but here in the fourth with a lead, they want to milk it. Dathy's shot no good. Rebound controlled. Bartholomew leaked out, but nobody saw him. He was wide open down court. Oakes will get under the basket. Meal tried to force it up. Meal gets it back, goes up again. This one's in, and a foul. Bryce Meal going to the free throw line, chasing a three-point play. Dreams of the cowbell dancing in his head.
I'll tell you, I thought it was a poor decision for him to go up with that shot. He had 3 guys around him, and he got stuffed. But give him tons of credit for staying with the play, picking up the ball, and it ended up working out for him. Got the foul and a chance here to make it a 9-point game. It's a single, or it's a single inside double figures. If he knocks us down, he does.
And he does. Bryce Meal converts on the three-point play. His persistence pays off, and we've got a different ball game, and we've been talking about it since the start of the fourth quarter, but the whole time we were talking about it, it was still 14, 13, 12-point leads. You get that single digits, that's a momentum booster in itself and a confidence booster for this Oakes Tornado.
It is, and there's still a long way to go here. I mean, this is a 15-point game. It's at 9, so it's not even cut in half yet, but kind of get the feeling the momentum's starting to shift. Oakes is getting some better looks. Meals starting to play like the player that we know he is. Oh, look at this little guy.
Everyone's having fun here in Oakes, and that's what the Cowbell game is all about.
It's a heck of a shot by our shoulder cam guy down there, Jordan Hassler.
He's been killing it all night. 53-44 our score. As the Oakes Tornadoes break the huddle, they're the first one back on the floor, and no surprise, they are eager to get back to the game. Big thanks to DRN. We wanted the Cowbell game back on, but it's up to DRN to make it happen, and they did. So if you like what you're seeing here tonight, give DRN a call and let them know you enjoy watching the Beck Sports Network. Let them know you want to see more. And tell your friends that they're missing out if they don't have it. Because this is what we've been all about for 6 years now. Ellendale controls. Dathy has this ball poked away, and it will stay with the Cardinals.
Well, one thing you're seeing here, you're seeing a lot of the bigs start to control the basketball 20, 30 feet from the hoop.
And now a foul call. Both teams are in the bonus as Oakes just picked up their 8th team foul, so we're dead even on fouls in the second half. Durheim going to the line. He only has 2 points tonight, but they came as part of free throws in the first quarter.
That little guy wants to make you.
Shot no good off the front rim. I said it was 2 tries, but it was a 1-and-1, excuse me. Bryce Meal with the ball, trying to do it all. Kicks it over to Zedeca. Three-pointer on the way. No good, and the rebound secured by Dathy. He's double-teamed, has it poked away, and Zedeca has it again. Gets it over to Bartholomew. He's knocked down, and a foul called. 1 plus the bonus for Oakes now, and we talked about them getting points with the clock stopped. This is absolutely vital this late in the game.
Yeah, these kids won't say die. I mean, you've seen a couple times here where they've got shots. It would have been very easy there for Zedeca after missing the 3 to kind of hang his head. What'd he do? Went in there and got the steal.
Bartholomew gets it to go. He used every bit of the iron and glass, touches the elements and puts it through. He earns the right to shoot a second, which is no good, and a lane violation. There was 3 white jerseys in that lane to get that ball before anyone for the Red Squad was able to get there. So Bartholomew with 3, all of which have come in this fourth quarter as the Oakes Tornadoes have really picked it up here in the fourth. 17 fourth quarter points for an Oakes team that has 35 overall tonight. So they had 28 through 3 quarters.
When you're trying to come back like this in Oakes, the 3 fouls that you get where the other teams in the single bonus are huge, and how they deal with them are huge. Now they missed the front end of the 1-and-1. We'll see what they do here. Hits.
This time Brennan Vance puts it in, so he'll shoot again.
You get 3 opportunities when you're trying to come back to get a first miss on a foul shot to get you the ball back, and for 2 of those 3 times, Ellendale knocked the shot down.
Now the superintendent, Jeff Fosnot, as this shot is good. Vance goes 2 for 2. He's hoping to take that cowbell back to his school tonight. 2:30 to go in the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter action has been picked up by Oakes, but it's brought to you by Farmers Union Insurance. Take it down to the post. Looking for help. Zedeca will force up the shot. Too strong, and it comes off to White, who's fouled. Meal poked a hand in there and got a piece of Adam White. who will now shoot 2. So White to shoot his 9th and 10th free throws of the game. Remember, he came in with 48 attempts through 5 games, so he's taking 10 a night, and he gets there again. First attempt, a back iron miss.
You know, I've never been a huge fan of this, and there's obviously 2 schools of thought. Brian Vance gets essentially a free timeout here, but by taking your kids away, that's not what you're used to seeing at the foul line. Makes it a little bit tougher, I think, to hit that foul shot. You saw a miss. Who knows whether it's effective.
He's only got 1 guy down there for the second try, so no opportunity, or very little opportunity for an offensive rebound. Wasn't needed as White puts in the second to split the pair. 56-45. Oakes running out of time, but if they can get a run here, they can make it happen. Driving down the lane. This shot flipped up Meal. Another score for Bryce Meal. He's got 11 in the final frame.
And Brian Vance begging for a travel there. The official saying, nope, not quite.
This ball kicked. That's how it was able to spring free, as Dalton Shearing was on the defense.
Now, I never questioned Brian Vance in his 16th year. Clearly knows what he's doing. And
it's a different, people have different schools of thought. There's no one right way.
Right. And the other side of that is he got a kind of a free timeout out of it.
Yep.
So
both these coaches have been intense throughout this one. Thrown up and pulled down. White goes to the hoop. Shot's no good. Offensive board, and it's stripped away. One-on-one opportunity. Spin. Shot floated up. It's good. Dalton Shearing, who's been scoreless since the first half, with a beautiful transition bucket. And Oakes is within 7 with 1:32 to go.
So now it's kind of decision time here for Oakes, as you're down by 7, 1:31, I believe, left on the clock. So you can try to play defense for 1 more possession and try to get a stop. And take another look here at Shearing. He looked a bit out of control, but got it to go.
Very nicely done. And Bismarck Cancer Center replay showing us exactly how he was able to stop and pivot in transition to get that score. So it was an 11-point lead moments ago, less than 30 seconds ago on the clock. And now back-to-back buckets have cut it to a 7-point score. So you're talking about a 3-possession game. Oakes is going to be aggressive, you got to imagine, defensively, or maybe is it time to start fouling, Pat?
And yeah, that's what, I was starting to try to discuss, is that do you extend the game here by trying to foul, or do you have maybe 1 more defensive possession, try to get a stop?
I'm surprised they didn't have more backcourt pressure there. They sell out going for the steal, a wide open look underneath, and Belmore converts. Big bucket down the stretch for Belmore. The senior's got 4 tonight. Meal on the dribble, great handles. The lefty lane doesn't drop, and a rebound to Dathy. Do the fouls come now? A minute to go.
I think they'd have to.
Vance trapped up in the backcourt, loses control. Pull-up jumper from the free throw line off the mark. And Bartholomew can't get to it. Durheim up ahead to White, to the basket, lays it in over the front rim. Adam White going soft over the front rim to slide it through the cylinder. And it's 60-49, and just as quick as Oakes got back-to-back buckets to cut it to 7, Ellendale gets back-to-back buckets to push the lead back to 11.
Well, give a lot of credit to Ellendale's. They've had a response for every Oakes run here today. Calm, composed. The lead got to 7. Things were all in the favor of Oakes, and they came down, got a couple quick baskets.
Again, 11 points separating these 2 teams. And it's starting to get to that point, Pat, where there might not be enough time for the run. And we kept saying, oh, there's enough time, there's enough time. Even when the lead ballooned out to 15 plus, there's enough time. And even at 2 minutes with an 11-point differential, there's enough time. And we saw that with the 2 back-to-back buckets to cut it to 7. But that stretch needed to continue. It did not. And now Oakes is in some real trouble.